When it comes to dinosaurs, we all think of giant reptiles. They are the most popular representatives of the fauna of the Mesozoic era. But it has been long known that these huge dinosaurs make up no more than 5% of the total number of dinosaur species. Their remains were simply better preserved due to their large size. But throughout the Mesozoic era, a huge number of smaller dinosaurs lived on our planet, many of which are practically unknown to the general public. In this issue, we will try to talk about them a little more in detail. Subscribe to the Age of Dinosaurs channel and be the first to know when new episodes are released. From our videos, you can learn a lot of interesting new things about life of extinct animals from different geological eras. By leaving likes and comments under the video, you will help develop the channel and expand our audience. Not all animals that were considered small during the reign of dinosaurs would seem small in comparison with modern representatives of the terrestrial fauna. But among their relatives, they were real babies. Moreover, among the relatives of these small dinosaurs, they were real giants. Compsognathus. This small dinosaur gained great popularity thanks to Steven Spielberg's famous film trilogy Jurassic Park. There, these theropods attacked their victims in large groups and could pose serious problems even to armed people. In fact, it is not known for certain whether Compsognathus were gregarious predators. It is also not entirely clear what these graceful dinosaurs looked like. Based on the available findings, scientists can say for sure that they had a length of up to 125 centimeters and weighed no more than 3.5 kilograms. Some researchers suggest that their body, unlike the image shown in the movies, could be covered with feathers. But so far the presence of plumage has been confirmed only in their close relatives. Compsognathus had a narrow, elongated skull and had a long, curved neck. Their mouths contained 68 sharp, curved back teeth. They had 4 clawed toes on their hind legs and 3 clawed toes on their front legs. These small predators lived in Europe at the end of the Jurassic period. Their food was insects and small lizards. Microraptor. Another very famous small dinosaur. At the time, Microraptor is a very important species to science. His discovery made it possible to prove that the body of dinosaurs were covered with feathers. This unusual predator lived in the territory of modern China at the beginning of the Cretaceous period. Its length ranged from 50 to 120 centimeters, and its weight did not exceed 1 kilogram. The most notable feature of the Microraptor was the presence of wings on all 4 limbs. Some scientists believe that he used them to glide from tree to tree in search of insects. But there are suggestions that this dinosaur was capable of active flight. The existence of Microraptors is another of the most important evidence of the relationship between dinosaurs and birds. Dialong. This relatively small dinosaur, which lived in China about 125 million years ago, is a fairly close relative of the Tyrannosaurus rex. So far, scientists have at their disposal the only specimen of this species, consisting of an incomplete skeleton and a well-preserved skull. It is believed that these remains belong to a young individual. The maximum length of the adult Dialong is estimated at 1.6 to 2 meters. This theropod weighed no more than 6 kilograms. The imprints of its fossilized skin showed traces of feathers. Perhaps these were not yet full-fledged feathers, and they served only to retain heat. Such traces are not typical for the remains of larger tyrannosauroids, but some scientists are inclined to think that they too could have such proto-feathers. Ceratonic. Towards the end of the Cretaceous period, another small theropod lived in southern Mongolia. The body length of the Ceratonic was more than 75 centimeters and weighed no more than 760 grams. He ate both small animals and plant foods. The main feature of this representative of the areruasonid family was the structure of its forelimbs. In Ceratonics, they were greatly atrophied and essentially consisted of just one elongated claw. Scientists believed that with the help of this tool, the dinosaur dug up edible roots or destroyed rodent nests. Segnathesia. This bipedal dinosaur, discovered in Uzbekistan, is the oldest known oviraptor. It lived in this area about 90 million years ago, with a height of 61 centimeters and a weight of 1.4 kilograms. Segnathesia is one of the smallest dinosaurs. Insects were definitely her food source. Micropachyceloposaurus. With a body length of just over 60 centimeters, this herbivorous dinosaur boasts the longest genus name. He lived in China from 72 to 80 million years ago. After its discovery, it was mistakenly assigned to the family Pachyceloposaurus. This happened due to the structural features of the body, and in particular, the skull. But later studies showed that this dinosaur could be classified as a ceratopsian. He was one of the last representatives of this family to walk on two legs. Microcerat. Another relative of the horned herbivorous giant of the late Cretaceous period. His height was no more than 60 centimeters, and his body length was 80 centimeters. His height no more than 3 kilograms. This dinosaur was discovered in the steppes of Mongolia and China around 65 to 80 million years ago. Just like their larger relatives, Microcerata had a protective collar and a powerful horny beak. This beak was used to cut through the stems of ancient ferns and cycads. Achelops. Around 180 million years ago, a small ceratopsian lived in North America. The body length of an adult Achelops is estimated at 60 centimeters, and its weight around 1.5 kilograms. So far, scientists have only a few scattered bones of this dinosaur at their disposal, but it is believed that he had the main distinguishing features of the family, a collar and a horny beak. Parvicosaur. Another representative of the areruasonid family on our list. It is known from the only discovery of pelvic bones and hind limbs. They were discovered in Mongolia and date back to 72 million years ago. There may be another example of dinosaur fossils from this genus, but the find has not yet been described by scientists. The body length of this Parvicosaur was about 39 centimeters and weighed no more than 162 grams. The forelimbs, like those of the Ceratonicus described above, consist of a single elongated claw. It served to protect against predators or destroy termite mounds. Ancurnis. This Jurassic theropod was fully feathered. But unlike the later Microraptor, it is believed that it did not yet have the ability to fly. Its body proportions are unusual for early birds and late flying dinosaurs. The body length was no more than 40 centimeters, and it weighed approximately 250 grams. Many fossils of this insectivorous dinosaur have been found in China. Their age is more than 160 million years. This dinosaur is important to science because it was the first dinosaur whose plumage color is known. Modern analysis methods and well-preserved remains have allowed scientists to restore its full coloring. Yulong, one of the smallest representatives of the oviraptor family. Its length did not exceed 50 centimeters. He lived in China in the early Cretaceous period. He was a dexterous and fast hunter. He most likely lived in forests and was an omnivore. Most of the dinosaurs featured in our episode were found in regions with temperate, dry climates. Under these conditions, fossils are much better preserved than in some places on Earth. But the rest of the continents were also home to a huge number of small dinosaurs. Sauropods, sea lizards, and pterosauruses had their babies. It is simply unrealistic to fit them all into one issue. But if you want to meet other little dinosaurs, write their names in the comments below. We're grateful to the viewers who watched this video to the end. If you want to learn more about other types of dinosaurs, we recommend that you pay attention to previous issues. Also on our channel, there are videos about the evolution of other animals and the problems of modern human society.